Every year, about this time, there's an unmistakable buzz around the small community of Blanchard, Louisiana. This year, with not only two of the best prospects in the state, but the entire nation, expectations for Coach Austin Brown's Northwood Falcons are higher than ever. And for a handful of Falcon seniors, this is the last ride.
You know, Northwood High School football, it's an institution. I mean, you know, we don't have our radio station like some other schools, but what we have is a community of people who, this is where we get our identity from. I mean, I remember as a kid being in the front yard, you know, I didn't pretend to be Roger Staubach, I pretended to be Richard Beach. Or when I was running the football, I didn't pretend to be Earl Campbell, I pretended to be Edgar Flippin. You know, it was always that Northwood player. That's what it's about in this community. Everybody knows the history of Northwood football. And then as I grew up and I became a teacher at Northwood High School, I mean, my whole life revolved around Friday nights at Northwood. And then now that I'm a principal, the growth that we've seen in this program, beginning with Jim Gatlin and now with Austin Brown, and this senior group of boys, they are amazing. I mean, everybody knows about Mason Welch, the quarterback with the big arm, and that kid is so smart. I mean, he knows the game frontwards and backwards. Do not sleep on that kid. That kid is ready to do something special. Martavius Moss, if you don't think he's special, ask North Dakota. 5 interceptions in one game. That kid has scored touchdowns every way you can possibly score one. Martavius Moss, I call him the Lantern, because he's like a superhero in the defensive backfield, just shining that light on the other team's best receivers. Martavius Moss is something special. Tootie Collins, I coached Tootie Collins' mama. She played basketball for me. I coached Tootie Collins when he was 8 years old, 10 years old, playing youth basketball. That's what Northwood football is about. We know these kids from the day they're born. Tootie Collins is a grown man in a 17-year-old's body, and he is going to be the next big thing around here. So I can't wait to see what Tootie Collins does. But listen, those are the big names. What about Sugar Bear Kennedy? Sugar Bear Kennedy, 6'4", 300 pounds, offensive tackle. Get ready for Sugar Bear Kennedy. Mark Dennison, the human flypaper. If the ball is around Mark Dennison, it's going to be caught. Quintavian White. People haven't seen much of Quintavian White, but they're about to get a mouthful of him. Number 22, running the football, Quintavian White. Fabian Sanders. I could go on and on. This senior class is special. This senior class is ready to do something that's never been done before, and I will be here to see it.
It's not so much what Coach Austin Brown emphasizes on the field, but it's off. Developing pride, honor, respect, and integrity in young men is accentuated much more than X's and O's. And with a team being crowned before the first regular season snap, Coach Brown's job now includes more than ever keeping these Falcons humble and focused.
So the day after, you know, we lost heartbreakingly to Westgate, we had a staff meeting, and I told the coaches, like, you know, this can be special. We've got, you know, less than 9 months to get this team ready. But, you know, we've got a great coaching staff. We've got great players, some of the top players in the nation. So we had to figure out what was a missing link. And so we spent a couple months figuring that out. And, you know, we've got a character app now where every day we're doing character and leadership lessons. We ended up thinking that the missing component why we couldn't get past Thanksgiving break was the leadership and commitment to football. And so we turned it up a level where, we grade players on what time they show up. If it's practice starts at 9 and they're not dressed by 8:30, then they're late. And we give them a rating on their commitment to Northwood football. As coaches, we rate them and every week on their effort and their attendance to football. So the off season's all been about commitment, and I'm kind of different than other high school coaches where everything's team, and I really preach to them to buy into themselves, to almost be a little selfish there and understand that we're going to create the environment for you to get better, okay? But now you've got to buy into yourself. If I got 75 guys on the team and 75 guys are getting themselves better, the team gets better. I'm really proud of their commitment this off season. Coaches as well. I try and take as much off their, don't do the wash, don't do the mowing, don't do anything like that. I just need you to coach football. I've taken a step back from practice coaching and walking around and taking notes on my coaches. And then we go into the office and I coach the coaches. So a lot of my coaching is done outside of practice time. And I think it's improved. They respond. I've got a great staff. My offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator are two of the most passionate, football-loving junkies I've ever been around. And it's allowed me to delegate and relinquish some of that control and focus now on the heart and the mind of the players and a little bit less on the actual X's and O's.
For Mason Welch, the 6'3", 225-pound senior, it's about creating a lasting legacy. Like those before him, is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever put on a Falcon uniform.
Football's, it's something I've devoted, a lot of years and a lot of time in my life to. So, it means a lot to me just having the opportunity to go out each and every single day and just compete and get better in a constant grind at something. It's something that you can always improve at. So, me, naturally, I'm a very competitive person. Football means a lot to me because it's something I'm never going to be the best at. It's something that you can always get a little better at this, you can always get a little better at that. So, I feel like that's why it means so much to me. And, it means everything. It's really started to hit me, even though we have the full season to look at it ahead to, it started to hit me throughout the summer that this is the last of everything. And so, this last ride it means a lot to me. It means a lot that, this will be the last time I get to take the field at Jerry Burton Stadium. This will be the last opportunity that we have to make that first run at a state championship. And so, the emotions are going to be high all season, but you've seen that in practice. You've seen that in the weight room. This team is really balled in, and everything that we do is done with emotion. It's done with intensity. And so, I think, it's going to be sad, one day when it ends, because it's coming to an end sooner or later. But as of right now, those emotions were being channeled to a good reason. So.
With over 20 Division I offers and counting, 6'4", 235-pound edge rusher Tadarius Tootie Collins understands what a future in football means for him and his family. But make no mistake, Tootie has unfinished business in the orange and teal, a senior year that can be the final piece to a masterful high school career.
Football means everything to me. It means the ticket. It means a way out you know, a way out for me and a way out for my family. It's really hard, you know. Knowing this is my last year, knowing this is my last ride, and I just want to make the best of it, you know. I want to make the best of it with my friends, with my teammates for sure, my coaches, anybody around me, you know, because after this, it's no more enough for Northwood. Lord knows I'm gonna miss Northwood football. I'm gonna miss the Friday night lights. I'm gonna miss the teachers. I'm just miss the whole environment, the whole vibe of Northwood. So just me knowing this is my last ride in my senior year, it's kind of tough, you know. But I'm pushing and I'm just ready to get over, man. My expectations are always high for us, you know. Most definitely, we want the state championship. You know, we're all striving for that, and this is our goal. It's our goal, and as personal goals for the season, I want to make first team district, first team all state. You know, in the season opportunity. You know, just being one of those top guys in the state. You know, I just want to succeed.
Perhaps one of the most versatile, dynamic players in the state, a team leader, Martavius Moss is a ball-hawking strong safety that plays literally all over the field. With multiple D1 offers from all over the country, Martavius is set to finish his career as one of the most decorated defensive backs in Falcons history.
Well, you know, as a kid, like growing up playing football, that's really almost like all we had. Like, you know, we'll get out of school early, hurry up and take our clothes off, and like go straight outside and play football. Football is everything to me. That's my way of getting out from the trouble out of Shreveport in Louisiana. Like, to go to college and play football, like, that's everything anybody can dream of. Well, it's certain. Like, you get 4 years of eligibility as a football player. So you gotta really think about that. You will only see most of these people for 4 years of your whole life. So like, from us coming from middle school, elementary, and you know, some of us even coming from different schools to see where we are becoming now, it really shows you how much this community has built up on each other. Not just from, you know, us coming from Dunn Bickham, but like, we got kids coming in from Herndon too. Coach Brown's just been a part of, like, not just my lives, but all our lives. To add on about the coaches, he's building us to become a man. And like you said, he don't have to do this for us, like the stuff that he does outside of school. Like, you know, he like buys our protein and stuff. Like, it's something he don't have to do. That's something that he wants to see a change in us, as in he wants us to make a difference in ourselves. And being part of the, like, you know, the Falcon family, it's not just him, it's people outside of football. Like, you can walk in the store, hey, Martavius, like, that just shows you that people love you, and they don't have to know you, they know of you. Like, they'll know that you are representing where they from, where they grew up from.
For the Falcons,
ball's down, we're down, D!
There is no off-season. Hours of film, hours of team meetings, hours upon hours in the weight room. Endless days spent in the unrelenting, brutal Louisiana heat. It's a sacrifice the players, the coaches, as well as the families know all too well, but a sacrifice they're willing to make for a chance at greatness.
On that wood.
been 279 days. $279 days of work, sacrifice, commitment. 279 days eagerly awaiting their opportunity of redemption. 279 days for one last ride and a chance for greatness. And that time is now.
You forget me. I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point why I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but I am the better one. I won't let you forget me. You make my heart burn. I still see your shadows in my room. You make my heart burn. Don't you forget me. You make my heart burn. I still see your shadows in my room. You make my heart burn. Don't you forget me. I won't let you forget me. You left me falling and landing inside my